Hello and welcome to my little bookish corner of the internet. My name's Harriet. Today I'm going to be talking through some of the books that I have on my Kindle that I would maybe like to read whilst I'm on holiday. I do want to take my Kindle with me because otherwise my suitcase is going to be very filled with books, and I'm hoping that instead it will be filled with nice new things that I buy when I'm out there. So yeah, I'm just going to talk through some of the books that I have on there. I haven't talked through what I have on my Kindle in a really long time, so I figured it was probably high time. I'm also sorry if the sun comes out, but it's actually nice to feel warm, so we'll leave the blind open. Okay, let me have a look what's on here. I've not actually opened up my Kindle in a little while. What would I want to read? Okay, so I do have To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo on here. I'll read you the synopsis. I've only just got this. It's actually on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm reading it kind of for free. But it is a fantasy novel. It's a dark and romantic YA fantasy for fans of Leigh Bardugo, who I also haven't read yet. I've not tried anything from this author, but I do know this book is very popular. I feel like if it's YA, it's going to be quite easy to read. So that's going to be perfect while I'm on a plane for 8 hours. Okay, so an unforgettable dark romance YA fantasy about the siren with a taste for royal blood and the prince who is sworn to destroy her. I knew there was a reason why I picked this up. Just sounds so cool. Princess Lyra is siren royalty and the most lethal of them all. With the hearts of 17 princes in her collection, she is revered across the sea, until a twist of fate forces her to kill one of her own. To punish her daughter, the Sea Queen transforms Lyra into the one thing they loathe most, a human. Robbed of her song, Lyra has until the winter solstice to deliver Prince Elian's heart to the Sea Queen or remain a human forever. This is going to be romantic, dark, intense. It sounds great. It sounds like it's going to be easy to read. So yeah, I think I'll be reading that one. There's one on here as well that I recently just bought that I absolutely want to read when I'm on holiday. It is called The Terror by Dan Simmons. So this is set in 1845 and it's a expedition. They're going on these big ships, trying to find the Northwest Passage. And along the way, something happens, and it turns out there is this being that is hunting them across the ice. So it's quite dark. I think it's probably going to be quite gruesome. I've seen the television series, and that was intensely gruesome, but it was a lot of fun. That's why I picked up the book. So I do want to read that. I don't think it's very long. I think it's like 300 pages or something like that. So it will be a very intense and very gripping read, something you can really kind of sink your teeth into. So I know that I definitely want to read that when I'm away. I am only going away for like 2 weeks, by the way. I don't know how many books I think I'm going to read. Okay, I've picked my third book to read. I believe it's a non-fiction. It's called Crying in inHRM by Michelle Zorner, and this author is the lead singer in an indie band called Japanese Breakfast, who actually did some songs for a video game that my partner played called Sable, and I really liked that music, so I figured I'd pick up the book. It is an unflinching, deeply moving memoir about growing up mixed race, Korean food, losing her Korean mother, and forging her own identity in the wake of her loss, which brought her to reclaim the gifts of taste, language, and history her mother had given her. And obviously I'm focusing on non-fiction this year, so it's very important that I read at least one non-fiction book in the month that I'm away, or the 2 weeks that I'm away. So yeah, it sounds like a really good one. I picked that up for 99p as well. All of the books I pick up are relatively cheap because I feel like that's kind of the point of having a Kindle. Obviously you can take a lot of books everywhere with you, which is great, but it's also really nice to spend a little bit less money as opposed to physical books. So yeah, I'm only going to pick 3 books to read because I do want to take some physical books with me as well, but that will be in my April TBR, so I'll talk about that there. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what you thought to them, but that is it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!